Hi everyone, in this video we have the Garmin vivofit and we have the Garmin vivosmart. And I want to show you a comparison between these two activity trackers from Garmin. We'll start by looking at the display. The vivosmart has a display that's a little bit longer but a little bit thinner than that of the vivofit. The unit itself is also a little bit thinner and it weighs slightly less. The vivosmart is 0.67 ounces, the vivofit is 0.89 ounces. One of the most noticeable differences between them is in the interface. The Garmin vivofit has one button over here on the side, and you can press that button to scroll through the screens on your vivofit. The vivosmart actually has an OLED touchscreen display, so we can double tap to wake it up and then move through the menus just by dragging our finger from one side to the other. In terms of activity tracking, both of these units are going to give us a lot of the same features. Starting with the vivofit, here we have our steps taken, our steps remaining to reach our goal. We have our distance traveled for the day. We have our calories burned, the current time, as well as the date. You do have some control over what screens are turned on or off on the vivofit, and you can also add in a screen that will display your heart rate if you are using it with a heart rate monitor. Over on the vivosmart, we have the current time again. We have our steps taken for the day, steps remaining to reach our goal, and our current goal down there at the bottom. We have our inactivity bar, our calories burned, distance traveled. Here we have that heart rate screen, and we also have smart notifications. I'll come back to that in a second. You do have some more control over what you can display on the vivosmart than you do on the vivofit. For example, you can pair it with a Garmin bike speed sensor and display that information on the band. You can also use your vivosmart to start and stop recording with your Garmin Verb Elite. These two devices also have a lot in common. For one, they're both compatible with Garmin heart rate monitors, which you can purchase separately or as part of a bundle with either one of these. They're both going to be waterproof to 50 meters. They both have an internal accelerometer for indoor workouts. They both will keep track of your sleep metrics, and they both are compatible with the Garmin Connect mobile app for both iOS and Android devices. There are some features that the vivosmart has that the vivofit does not. For one, you are going to get smart notifications. That means when it's paired with your smartphone, you will receive alerts of incoming calls, texts, or emails. The vivosmart also has vibration alerts, so it'll let you know by vibrating when you receive one of those notifications, or when you've been inactive for too long, or even when you've met your goal. On the vivosmart, you can customize the orientation of the display. You can have it go either vertical or horizontal. You can use it to start and stop music when paired with your phone. It has a built-in alarm and also a Find My Phone feature. Both the vivofit and the vivosmart have an inactivity bar that will appear when you've been inactive for too long. And the longer you go without walking, the longer that bar is going to get. You can see here as we scroll through the different screens on the vivofit, that red bar is going to stay along the top. vivosmart is a little bit different. We would have to wake it up and then scroll through our different screens here, like our steps taken and our goal for the day. And when we get to our inactivity screen, then it's going to show us that bar. It is nice because it does have vibration alerts that will let us know when we continue to be inactive, and it tells us for how long we've been inactive, but on the whole, it is something that is a little bit easier to ignore on the vivosmart than it is on the vivofit. One thing you may have noticed is the display timeout on both of these devices. The vivofit will time out, usually after about 5 to 10 minutes if you are not moving at all or if you've taken it off. The vivosmart will time out a little bit quicker than that. So you can see here, even when I wake it up, it's only going to stay on for about 5 to 10 seconds before it turns off again. You can then wake it up again by double tapping, or you can also control a setting in it where when you raise your wrist to look at it, it'll automatically turn on. That's sort of tied to the battery life. The vivosmart turning off so quickly is going to help to preserve its battery life, which is about 1 week. And this device will charge via USB, comes with a USB charging clip in the box. vivofit is a little bit different. That runs on 2 user replaceable CR1632 batteries, and those will get you through about 1 year before they have to be replaced. Both of these devices come in a variety of colors, but one of the really nice things about the vivofit is that the band is separate from the sensor. That means that you can replace the band or even get a different color without having to purchase a new activity tracker. So that is a quick comparison between the Garmin vivofit and the Garmin vivosmart.